What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over talking about the 5 new duos added into NBA 2K25 MyTEAM and whether any of them are worth using or not. Now, the initial 2 that stick out to me that I'm like, okay, let's see what they are Mike Miller and Shane Battier, because you could play Shane Battier at the 3, and Andrew Bogut and Mo Speights. Because for Andrew Bogut and Mo Speights, I'm telling you right now, if that duo is good, it could be worth playing. Now, the thing with that is you'd have to run Bogut at the 1, Speights at the 2, so you'd probably have to get it like Beasley like that. The 3 is somebody that could create their own shot. But let's take a look at it. Let's start with Mike Miller, Shane Battier. Now, the first thing I want to talk about with these 2 things is I don't love either Mike Miller or Shane Battier by themselves. Okay, Shane Battier I think is better than Mike Miller. Maybe Mike Miller's driving dunk goes up, gets aerial wizard on Hall of Fame. Set shot specialist goes up to legend. High flying denier goes up to Hall of Fame. So does rebound chaser. Card becomes okay. But again, stat-wise, doesn't see a whole ton. Pass act goes up a little bit. Driving dunk gets a lot better. It's not enough to run him, though. You know, like for Shane Battier, here's what he gets. Aerial Wizard on Hall of Fame. Break Starter on Hall of Fame. Box Out Beast, Pogo Stick, Rebound Chaser on Hall of Fame. The only thing is, like, the badge in which I guess you could quote-unquote badge glitch would be Aerial Wizard. You could get that to Hall of Fame. But is that, you know, that important of a thing? No. For Shane Battier, stat-wise, interior goes up 4. Pass perception block goes up. Driving dunk goes up. 3-ball rebounding goes up. Like, he gets a decent amount better. But it's not enough better for me to really, you know, be like, yeah, this duo is worth it. And that's the one thing about it is the duo has to be worth it for me to run. I'm not just going to run them because they get slightly better. No, it has to be worth running. Like, I don't love Mike Miller, Shane Battier by themselves. So why would I run them just because they get a smidge slightly better? It's just, in my opinion, not a duo that is worth running. Rodman, Kukoc up next. Important note here, you'd have to run one of them at that power forward position. For Rodman, stat-wise, midi goes up a little, 3-ball goes up a little, dunking, post moves goes up a little bit. Doesn't get that much better. Badge-wise, hook specialist, post powerhouse, rise up, all go to Hall of Fame. Post fade phenom goes to Hall of Fame. Unpluckable, set shot, shifty goes to Hall of Fame. You can badge glitch the mini marksman. You put that on silver. It will go to legend in game with the duo. So does get that legend basically mini marksman, which is decently important considering Dennis Rodman is 6'7". I don't love Dennis Rodman by himself though. For Toni Kukoc, okay, the 3-ball goes to 98, speed to a 93, strength goes up to a 93, interior perimeter go up slightly, speed ball handle goes up slightly. You can get pick dodger on legend super easy. If you put it on bronze, it's going to go to legend. You put on ball menace to silver, it's going to go to legend as well. Immovable is that Hall of Fame. You put Challenger on bronze, it's going to go to legend. Box Out Beast comes on Hall of Fame. Unpluckable comes on Hall of Fame. Float Game, Layup Mix Master, as well as Post Powerhouse, all go to that Hall of Fame level. Honestly, it's going to sound crazy. I like this duo. I do. For Toni Kukoc, his release is fine, right? It's just fine. You play him at that small. I'd probably play him at small forward, Rodman at power forward. And remember, put that silver on ball menace on Kukoc. Put Challenger on bronze. Put Pick Dodger on bronze. All of those in game are going to go to legend. For Dennis Rodman, all you got to really do is make sure you put Post Fade Phenom on bronze. Get that to legend. Put Mini Marksman on silver. Get that to legend. And you're going to be moving and grooving, getting some free legend badges from this duo. Now, I don't necessarily still love this duo because I don't necessarily love either one of these cards that much. But it is a duo that is at least solid and usable in this game. Not a duo I can hate on a whole ton. This is definitely a duo I don't mind. Tony Allen, Ray Allen. Gotta be honest with you. This is not a duo that I can even make the case is ever worth it. I'm sorry for Tony Allen and Ray Allen, but you just can't because they both play the exact same position. So how am I supposed to gas them? You really can't. For Dark Matter, Ray Allen, here's what the duo does. Gets him the 3 legends, Deadeye, Limitless set shots, Post Fade Phenom goes up. The card barely gets better though. Perimeter goes up 2, driving dunk goes up 3. That's literally it. For Tony Allen, you'd have to play him at the small forward position. Sure, he gets slightly better, and you could get the badge glitch him. Like, you could get Limitless to legend. You could get Deadeye to legend. You could get Shifty Shooter, Mini Marksman to legend. You could, do those things, but it's still not enough to run this duo. Absolutely not. Tony Allen, Ray Allen is a horrible duo. Now, the moment of truth. Is this duo worth it? Now, For Andrew Bogut, first thing I see here, okay, 3-ball goes up to an 89, driving dunk to a 95. Wish the speed went up slightly, but that's okay. Deadeye can get it to legend. Super easy. Put it on bronze, it'll go to legend. Limitless, you put it on bronze, it'll go to legend. Set shot specialist goes up to Hall of Fame, which is super important for the card as well. So you're basically looking at a Bogut that sees a plus 10 3-ball, plus 10 driving dunk, as well as legend, limitless, and Deadeye. I don't hate it, right? I wish the speed went up, wish some other things went up, but I don't hate it. Especially if Mo Speights gets good. Mo Speights, 94 3-ball, 91 speed, decent vertical strength. Block goes up to an 88. Driving dunk goes up. Badge-wise, you can get that, lightning launch can go to legend. Unpluckable can go to legend. Dimer can go to legend. And again, if you're wondering what it is, basically, you get +4 for that specific thing. So, for example, if you put bronze Unpluckable on him, it's going to get to that legend with that +4 that you currently, or that you are going to put on him. So, I actually really like this duo a ton. And I know people are going to say I'm gassing it. But what is there not to gas with this duo? This duo is absolutely elite, in my opinion, with Andrew Bogut and Mo Speights. You're looking at a backcourt that can create their own shot slightly. It's going to play a ton of defense. It's going to have a lot of height. I really, really, really like this duo with Mo Speights and Andrew Bogut. Again, Mo Speights does get that +5 speed, which is super important to look at for the card. So, again, when I'm looking at things, I can't hate on this duo whatsoever. I think this is a duo that, guess what, might be worth your time. Like, again, I'm not trying to sit here and hype it up too much, but if you've already got Andrew Bogut, try running Mo Speights with him and put those, some slight badges on them. See what they upgrade, put those little badges on them, and you're going to enjoy using the cards, in my opinion. Remember, Mo Speights not going to move that well, but he is going to get that legend lightning launch, which should help him quite a bit because release-wise, he's already decent. I like this duo, especially if you're no money spent. This is a duo that is to be reckoned with. Next up, Jet as well as Tyson Chandler. I cannot gas this. For Jet, the card literally doesn't get better. For Tyson Chandler, he gets a ton better, but it still doesn't matter. Now, here's the thing about Tyson Chandler, right? Badge-wise, the on-ball menace, you can easily get to legend, right? The interceptor can easily get to legend. Lightning launch, legend. Set shot, legend. Break starter, legend. Deadeye, post-fade phenom, legend. Hook specialist, legend. Like, you can get all these legend badges on the card, which is fantastic, right? But it's not enough, right? Stat-wise, he's great as well. Maybe if they would have put somebody else in the duo that isn't Jason Terry, I maybe would have been able to somewhat gas it up. But Jason Terry is not good whatsoever. So I can't gas this at all whatsoever. This is not a duo that I would ever run. At the end of this video, there are 2 usable duos. Well, yeah, 2. I'm going to say two. The 2 usable duos are Dennis Rodman and Toni Kukoc, right? For Rodman, doesn't do that much, but makes him slightly better, right? Especially with the legend badges you can put on him. Just at least does something for the card, right? I'm not going to sit here and gas him too much, but it at least does something for the card. For Kukoc, the card gets way better, right? A ton better, if you want me to be completely honest with you guys. Now, for the other duo, the one that's actually worth your time is Andrew Bogut and Maurice Speights. Again, Andrew Bogut was already an incredibly good, I don't want to call him a budget card because he was decently expensive, but he was already incredibly good. Now you're seeing the +10 3-ball, the +10 driving dunk. You're seeing certain badges get way better that you guys can badge glitch as well. For Mo Speights, he was already good. Now you're seeing the good card go to great. This is the duo that I would run if I were you guys. This is the duo that can take your no money spent budget squad to that next level. Because like I said, Mo Speights was already good. Now you're making him even better. So this is the duo that I think is really next level good, and the duo that I would run if I were to run anything. Now, one important other thing that I kind of want to mention here is if you wanted to, I don't know where your offense is ever going to come from, but if you wanted to, you could run a lineup like this. Now, again, I don't know if I would really recommend this because, again, I don't know how to spell his name, but I don't know. Okay. Can somebody tell me how to spell Mo Speights' name, okay? Because it should not be this hard. But I don't know where your, I don't know where the offense, okay. I would have never guessed that. I don't know where your offense is necessarily going to come from with this lineup. But if you wanted to, you could run a lineup something like this. And again, all these, maybe even in salary cap, it could be the move. But you could run a lineup like this. And again, height-wise, you're fine. Scoring-wise, I don't know. right? That's not the answer that I'm willing to provide, because I don't know scoring-wise where you're going to get the job done. But if you really wanted to run a bunch of duos, you could run a lineup that looks something like this. I'm just throwing that out there for you guys if you were interested. But I do love that Bogut Speights duo. I think that is the duo that is really, next level good, especially with that lightning launch on Legend that Mo Speights is going to give you. That is a big deal, right? For a lack of offense, you would at least have Mo Speights that can give you kind of that secondary offense slightly. Again, I'm just not saying you're going to have a ton of offense here. I'm not saying it's going to be elite, but that is something that at least is encouraging to me. That is going to wrap it up for our video on the new duos. Overall, I like the fact that 2K is willing to put in new duos. The one thing about it is it's just like, I don't think that these duos are necessarily like next level good. Like even if I go to 2K database and look at the replies here, Miller and Battier duo going to be, for your Heat team, sure. Just for Bogut, that's what I'm saying. Like the Bogut duo could be special, and it's important to note most of the times these duos are buyable through the event. See how much these cards are going for, because again, Andrew Bogut's going to be attainable in the event, right? And so if you get the event, we'll talk about him, right? See where it's at, how expensive it is. But if you can lock in, let's say, 8 Galaxy Opal event cards for this duo, that is so elite for not very expensive. So just kind of keep your eyes on that. Could be, worth it in the event alone. But that is going to wrap it up for our video today. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.